What happens when you're on the brink of your final moments, with nothing left but the reflection of a lifetime? As the world fades away, it's not the wealth or the status you've accumulated that comes to mind. It's the moments you wish you could change. The things you let slip away. The choices you made that you now regret. There was a man, once filled with ambition, who spent his entire life chasing after success, chasing after money. His name was Richard, and he worked tirelessly day and night. He thought that with enough money, he'd finally be happy. But as his life came to an end, the last thing he cared about was the fortune he had built. He could no longer remember the long hours, the sacrifices he made for his career, or the money he accumulated. All he could think about was how much he had missed out on living. And that's the first regret, the one that echoes loudest in the minds of those who are nearing the end. Nobody cares about the money you made when you realize it cost you everything that truly mattered. The moments with family, the trips you never took, the dreams you put off for later. That's what you'll remember. Not the paycheck, not the hours you spent in the office, not the promotions. In the end, it's the time with loved ones that counts, not the dollars in your bank account. Then there was Emily. She had everything anyone could ever ask for: a successful career, a beautiful home, and the admiration of her peers. But when her life began to slip away, she realized one painful truth. The things you thought you needed, the people you thought you'd impress, fade into the background when you're staring at your last breaths. She had spent so many years trying to prove herself, trying to meet others' expectations, that she had lost sight of what made her happy. In her final moments, she wished she had lived a life true to herself. She wished she had followed her own dreams instead of chasing validation from everyone else. There was another woman named Linda, who spent years running from her emotions. She avoided confrontation, avoided speaking her heart, avoided making waves. But as she neared her death, she realized how much she had left unsaid. What we hold inside will carry with us forever. Linda wished she had expressed how much she loved her family, how proud she was of her children, how grateful she was for the friendship she had. The words that never left her lips haunted her in her final moments. She regretted the times she held back, thinking there would always be a better moment. Then there was Michael, who, like so many others, spent his life focused on building a career. He worked, saved, and sacrificed everything. But now he was alone. He hadn't kept in touch with old friends, had stopped making time for the people who had once meant everything to him. Time with friends is priceless, and it's something we only realize when it's too late. Michael wished he had called more, laughed more, shared more moments with his friends before they became strangers. In the end, it wasn't the business meetings that mattered, it was the friends who were once his family. Finally, there was William, a man who had spent years waiting for the perfect moment to be happy. He believed that happiness would come once he had everything in place, once his career was set, once the house was perfect, once the kids were grown. But as he lay there, at the end of his life, he realized the bitter truth. Happiness isn't something you wait for, it's something you choose. William wished he had stopped waiting and allowed himself to be happy. He wished he had laughed more, loved more, and let go of the constant worry that something was always wrong. In those final moments, they all shared one common regret. They wished they had lived fully, without waiting for the perfect circumstances, without putting things off. They wished they had lived with intention, loved without reservation, and pursued happiness from the very start. Because in the end, what we remember isn't the money we made, the career we built, or the things we owned. It's the moments we created, the people we loved, and the happiness we embraced. Don't wait. Don't put it off for later. Life is happening now. Choose to live it fully, because time won't wait for you.